The Super Mario Bros. Movie has been released. Time to see where it lands on the Hot Pockets to hand grenade spectrum. So, let's get started. The Super Mario movie, made by Illumination Studios, is fine. It's fun, it's enjoyable. There are just some aspects that I was hoping to get a little more out of. So, let's begin with the story. The story is good. There is one thing that I really like. There's this twist, because the trailers tend to build up something, and this is where we're going to have a lot of discussion later. The trailers build something up, and there's a twist involving that, and I think that was great. It really changes everything and makes the movie a lot more enjoyable and funnier. Story, hand grenade. Because it's rewatchable. It's a rewatchable film. There's not much like it, which is why it's a hand grenade. Now, the cinematics, this is where we get to the good stuff. The animation was fantastic. It was interesting to watch the entire time, and the soundtrack, both score and just the songs that they put on them in the film, fantastic. Just absolutely great. Much like the Tetris movie has like the score that implements that Tetris theme in there, the Mario movie does the same thing, as should be expected from these video game adaptations at this point, with these iconic backing tracks making even greater scores. Another easy hand grenade score right there. Now, let's get to the directing. I don't know if they meant to make this movie go at a breakneck pace, but it is certainly not boring, but somehow it's a little too fast-paced. Like, maybe we could have slowed it down just like a fraction of a second in certain scenes, because it did feel a little fast-paced and made me feel a little winded at the end. It doesn't help that there are also all those bright colors, which at the same time is a great plus side to the film, but also hurts when it's paced this quickly. Like, it's super fast. But you shouldn't be getting bored, and the ADHD shouldn't be kicking in. But for that, a little Hot Pocket score for the moment. Acting, the voice cast does phenomenal with their roles. I personally didn't mind Chris Pratt, like a lot of people were minding him at the beginning. But honestly, the true bread and butter of this film is Jack Black, who, for some reason, should be in like many more movies than he's already in, and I don't think he's getting cast enough, honestly. Jack Black makes this role his own, and you can see why they wanted him in this film. Seth Rogen also makes the role his own, but he doesn't really change his voice as much as Jack Black does. The one little thing I'm sad about is I was hoping for a little more Luigi, but I guess it's more on the next segment. But everyone, I enjoy the voice cast. It's not as bad as some other movies where they just sort of grab voices and grab popular actors and just shove them into the film. But yeah, hand grenade score for acting. Now it's time for my expectations and experience. It was great. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. But I can't say that I had more fun with this film than some other ones that came out this year. Because some of the other films that came out this year were just a lot more fun and a lot more of a ride. For example, just the Dungeons and Dragons movie. That was a lot more fun. There was a lot more fun to be had, and it was just a little more sound in certain aspects, which is why I enjoyed that one more than this one. But this one is still good. Maybe it's because I'm not a super Nintendo fan like some others. Like one person I watched it with, big Nintendo fan, and every time that there was a reference to a Nintendo property, he was pointing it out. But it's enjoyable. It met my expectations. It was a little above it, but it didn't go past them. Because, like I said, I was expecting a little more Luigi. I was hoping for a little more Luigi, but there were just enough elements for everything that made me happy. Like, there was more Donkey Kong than I was expecting, so that was nice. There was a lot more Bowser, like, little things than I was expecting, which is great. Princess Peach is good. Toad, I love Keegan-Michael Key. I legitimately was like, I'm seeing this movie based purely off Keegan-Michael Key and Jack Black. And yeah, it was worth it. Like, everyone did their job. It was enjoyable. It was a fun time. I was just hoping for a little more. Like, just a little more. I don't know exactly what I was looking forward to, but I think a little more Luigi would have been great. But it was funny enough. And, I guess with that, expectations, let's give it a hot pocket. I was expecting a little more. It got a little cold in the middle. I don't know. But with that, I'm gonna say it. This is a certified hand grenade movie. Maybe I'll enjoy it more upon rewatches, or I could enjoy it less based on rewatches. But all in all, it's a fun ride. It's an enjoyable ride. It's a good video game adaptation, and it's worth a watch. And if you saw the movie, leave your thoughts in the comments below. We're going to try to avoid spoilers here. But with all that, like, subscribe, and I'll leave you guys to it.